Welcome students to the session number 24. Today we are going to see a few topics of chapter number 3, motion in a straight line. Today we are going to study a very important 3-mark question, that is kinematics equation for uniformly accelerated motion using graphical method. Today our topic is kinematics equations for uniformly accelerated motion. That too we are going to study specially using graphical method. Till this clear? Okay. Now before moving into the topic, I want to clear what this word kinematics. And here one more word is provided, uniformly accelerated. Kinematics, we have already seen that it is a branch of mechanics. We have seen that mechanics are further classified into two sub-branches, that is statics and second is kinematics. There is one more dynamics that I am not going to discuss over here because it is irrelevant to the topic. Statics. Static is nothing but what? The study of objects at rest or in equilibrium. Here you will study very important point over here, that is the study of objects at rest or in equilibrium. That study is termed to be what? Statics, which is a branch of mechanics. See, the objects are at rest or in equilibrium are studied in this branch statics. So there is no essential factor of time over here. Time is not essential over here because time is not essential factor. Time is not essential factor. Why time is not essential factor over here? The reason behind that is the position does not change with time. Here you haven't seen that position of the object is changing with respect to time. Means it is independent of time. Yes or no? The body is lying on the floor will remain lying on the floor after a few minutes also. Then only we will say that the object is come to be at rest. It does not changing its position with respect to time. So here time is not essential factor in the case of statics. What is kinematics? Kinematics is a branch of mechanics. Kinematics is a branch of mechanics dealing with study of objects, dealing with study of motion of objects, without considering the cause for the motion, Means we are not considering the cause for the motion. What is the reason behind this motion? We are not studying into this branch. And as we are dealing with the study of motion means changing position with respect to time. So you can say over here, time is an essential factor. Time is an essential factor. Till this clear? Okay. Hope the word kinematics is more clear now. Moving ahead with the kinematics equation for uniformly accelerated motion, let us consider an object moving along a straight line path. With initial velocity u. Initial velocity we are considering to be u. Initial velocity u and with uniform acceleration a. With uniform acceleration we are considering is what? A. Till this clear? We are considering an object moving along a straight line path with initial velocity u and with uniform acceleration a. The velocity time graph of an object is straight line as shown in figure. Clear? Now we are going to see the figure. What exactly figure used to tell us? We are having two axes with us. The axis we do have with us, first is time axis. Second, we are having velocity axis with us. In this here, the graph is a straight line. Here we are able to know that the initial velocity is found to be u, final velocity is found to be v. Let us plot on the final axis, final velocity on the velocity axis. The final velocity on velocity axis is found to be v. Clear? Here we will be able to consider one thing, that this point is A, this point is B, this point is C. I am plotting the projection of this point on the time axis, that is your time t. This is the initial state 0. A, B, C. This is considered to be B. This point is considered to be E. Till this clear? Okay. Now moving ahead with this. The very first point we need to calculate. There are three equations. V is equal to U plus AT we have to derive. Second, we have to derive S is equal to UT plus half AT square. And third, we have to derive V square minus U square, that is equal to 2AS. Is this clear? Fine. Moving ahead, we know that slope of the graph, slope of the VT graph is always your acceleration A. Your acceleration A. Sir, what is slope? I can tell you, slope of a line. Slope, that is nothing but slope of graph, that is almost denoted by tan theta, that is equal to opposite side, that is your BD, upon adjacent side. This is your opposite side, this is your adjacent side. Adjacent side is what? AD. Is this clear? So slope of the VT graph is equal to acceleration A. So I can write over here, that is acceleration, that is my slope of the graph A, that is equal to, from the figure, what I can say, BD by AD. BD by AD. AD can also be written as OE. So I can represent as BD divided by OE. Because this AD, that is equal to same as OE. Fine. So acceleration A, that is equal to, therefore, what is BD? What is BD? I can say total BE minus ED. Total BE minus ED divided by OE. Yes or no? What is BE then? BE, that is your final velocity V. Yes or no? B is nothing but your final velocity V minus ED is your initial velocity, is U minus 0. That means this portion is U. This entire portion is V. I can say. Yes or no? This much is your U. This much is your V. And this much is your T minus 0. That is your T. You can say both are same. So V, ED is U divided by OE. That is nothing but AD. That is nothing but what? T. So I can get my first equation, therefore A is equal to V minus U divided by T. If I cross multiply it, therefore AT, that is equal to V minus U. Therefore I am going to get V is equal to, if I will send this time, that is U plus AT. Is this clear? This is my first equation of motion. Hence, this proves first equation of motion. First equation of motion. Is this clear? Hope it is clear. Fine. Now moving ahead to the next equation, that is S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Now moving to the next equation. Moving to the next equation. We already know that for the second equation, we already know that slope of the graph, slope of the VT graph, that is nothing but acceleration A. That is nothing but acceleration A. I can tell you ever that why acceleration, because see the ratio of V by T, if you are having two graph, velocity versus time, you will take ratio, are going to get as what? Acceleration. So always your acceleration is nothing but velocity upon time. So graph having velocity versus time, velocity divided by time, you are going to get acceleration as a slope. So acceleration A that is equal to, acceleration A that is equal to what you are having, again we'll check opposite side, that is BD divided by, we can take OE, yes or no? We know that BD, if we don't know, we can keep as it is. OE we having T, so I can get one thing over here, BD that is equal to what? I am going to get AT. I am cross multiplying these two, A into T, so I am going to get AT. Therefore I got BD, that in other terms that is equal to what? AT. Is this clear? Now remember one thing, I want to calculate distance traveled by object, distance traveled by object in time t, in time t. See, in order to determine the distance traveled by the object time t, you need to take the area bounded by the graph. You need to take area bounded by the graph. For this you have to remember, you need to calculate area bounded by the graph, or you can say the area of the graph enclosed. You have to determine for finding out the distance traversed by the object. So here suppose if the distance is S, so I have to find what? I have to calculate what? I have to calculate area of trapezium. Why area of trapezium? Because you have seen the graph is AB, yes or no? The graph is AB. You will check this shaded portion. I mentioned this shaded portion. Which much area is enclosed by this graph. So you can see trapezium, it is like trapezium, O, A, B, E. We are having area of trapezium, O, A, B, E. Is this clear? O, A, B, E. You have to find out this area enclosed. Now I am segregating this area of trapezium more into components. I can see over here there is one right triangle over here, that is ADB. I can say that I can split that area of right triangle ADB plus I can say this much area of rectangle. So I can say next is area of rectangle. Area of rectangle. Which rectangle you are having? ADEO. ADEO. Is this clear? Okay, fine. Moving ahead, I have got area of right triangle, that is equal to what? Half. We are having formula base into what? We are having altitude, that is a formula for to find the area of the triangle, plus area of rectangle is nothing but what? Length into breadth, that everybody knows. So 1 by 2 into what is base over here? AD. What is altitude over here? BD. So I am having formula S is equal to half AD into BD plus what is length over here of rectangle? You can take either AD or OE, is one and the same. So I am taking OE over here into what is breadth? I can say DE. Is this clear? So moving ahead to the next, we do have I do have two equations with me. The very first equation I do have, that is equal to dV is equal to AT, that I have already calculated. Also I do have equation S is equal to half AD into BD, AD into BD plus I was having OE into ED, OE into ED. Is this clear? So I am substituting the value. S is equal to 1 by 2 into what is AD? AD is nothing but T. What is BD? Already I have found out, that is AT plus what is OE over here? OE, that is nothing but what? T And what is ED? ED you have to check. ED is nothing but U, already mentioned in the graph, that is U. So my answer S is equal to half AT square, half AT twice of T square plus U into T. You are going to get what? UT. So I am going to get equation, my S is equal to UT plus 1/2 AT square is my second equation. So I can write, hence this proves second equation of motion. This proves second equation of motion. Till this clear? Till this clear? Okay. Now moving to the third equation. Third equation you are moving. Again, we know that S, that is distance traveled. S, that is the distance traveled, that is nothing but what? Area of trapezium. Area of trapezium. Which trapezium? OABE. OABE. Till this clear? What is area of trapezium? Half sum of two parallel sides. This is one parallel side. These are not parallel sides. These are non-parallel sides. These two are parallel sides. So I can write one parallel side, that is OA. Second parallel side, that is EB. So half OA plus EB I can write into perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance I can mention as AD or OE, anything you want. I am mentioning AD over here. Is this clear? 100%? Any doubt? Okay, fine. So we have to check, that is half. What is OA plus EB? We have to determine here OA plus AB. Now think about it. OA you are having U, EB you are having V. So I am going to get as what? OA, that is U, and OB, that is V. So it is V plus U. And what is exactly AD over here? AD is nothing but T. AD is nothing but T. Also I was having equation 1. So I can write using equation 1. What was equation 1 with us? Equation 1 was V is equal to U plus AT. Yes or no? E is equal to V is equal to U plus AT. So I can get T from here. How I can get? I will send this side. So V minus U is equal to AT. So T simply I am going to get as V minus U divided by A. Till this or not? Yes or no? So I can substitute over there, that is 1 by 2 U plus V. Instead of this T, I am going to put, that is V minus U divided by what? A. Till this clear? Okay. Moving ahead, slowly we are moving ahead. I have got the equation third, that is S is equal to 1 by 2 V plus U, bracket I got V minus U divided by A. Till this I am clear? I can multiply these two, so I am having V plus U in the numerator, V minus U in the numerator, product of two brackets divided by 2A. Clear? We know that in maths. What we know that in maths? A plus B into A minus B, that is equal to what? A square minus B square. So I can put over here V square minus square divided by 2A into S if I cross multiply. Therefore I am going to get V square minus U square. V square minus U square, that is equal to 2A. Yes. Hence this proves third equation of the motion. Hence this proves third equation of the motion. Hope this is perfectly clear. I have derived three equations. Can we recall? First, V is equal to U plus AT. Second, I have derived S is equal to UT plus half AT square. And third equation I derived, that is V square minus U square. V square minus U square, that is equal to 2A S. Is this clear? Fine. Now moving to the we have derived the equation. First was V is equal to U plus AT, second was S is equal to UT plus half AT square, and third is V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. These are the three equations for kinematics equation for uniformly accelerated motion, and this is a 3 marks question that is asked in the exam. Very important question from chapter number 3. Okay, we'll see more topics into the next session. Thank you so much.